And good afternoon, everybody. It's Jessica Watney, and I am developing a PDF sewing pattern for people that sew and ready-to-wear skirts for people that don't. I taught myself to sew my own clothes a few years ago to accommodate my own sensory needs as an autistic and disabled person, and in the process, I developed a vintage-inspired circle skirt that adjusts by 2 inches in the waistband, which I'm wearing today. And I actually completed the entire skirt during the Igniting Ideas program, so I'm really excited about that. Having clothes that accommodate my needs has had a profound impact on my life because I get to feel like myself and I feel present instead of being turned inward and concerned about my body's comfort. I'm not worried if my clothes are going to be comfortable on my skin or if it's going to feel different when my body experiences size fluctuations. And when I'm able to turn my focus outward, I'm able to be driven by my desire to help and serve others. And I can feel this desire is present in my business too. I want everyone to be able to experience the comfort of clothing that works with their body and their needs. And I want to help all people create a wardrobe that they feel good living in, where their clothes can adjust to fit their body instead of their body having to fit their clothes every day. But then when I saw the Synergies Work Igniting Ideas program, I knew I was going to be applying. I was ready to turn this solution that I had developed for myself into a PDF pattern for other people. And Igniting Ideas felt like it was going to help me understand some of the next unknown things I was going to need to do to make that a reality, all within a supportive group of peers and mentors. And in this supportive cohort and during the process of my skirt pattern, I challenged some beliefs that I had, particularly about myself and about what was possible. And a belief can be as good as fact until you get curious about the truth. I faced my lifelong fear of math while digitizing this pattern, and I faced the shame that I've learned to associate with needing help and asking for it. One of the days that I did ask my partner for help with the math equation that I wrote for this pattern, he thanked me for trusting him enough to be asking for help to begin with, and then thanked me for being honest when I said I still didn't get it, even though that was going to mean spending more time helping me. I had assumed I was just going to be a bother and cause frustration, and that definitely was not the case. I learned 2 important things from this. One was that I personally tend to assume the worst, especially when it comes to myself, and that beliefs and assumptions are worth getting curious about, where they're coming from and what they're serving. Because if your belief is correct, your curiosity is going to lead to justification. And if your belief is incorrect, you've gotten the opportunity to gain information, and knowledge is power. I don't know everything that I'm going to be facing as an entrepreneur, but I do know that our brains like to try to be helpful by making assumptions. And I think that learning early on that being curious about those assumptions is a good thing, especially the negative assumptions, is going to be valuable in my business and in my life. I have a little ways to go before this skirt pattern is ready for other people. I've designed it in my size, as you can see here, and I've almost entirely transferred it onto the computer. I have just 2 pieces left. From there, I'm going to be creating it in an inclusive size range and then typing the instructions, and it'll be time to register my business. The tentative name is Jessica Sews, and release this pattern. You can follow my pattern making process and see my work on Instagram at jess.sews.stuff and register for my newsletter to be notified when this pattern's released. I'm looking forward to bringing this pattern to you and to everybody soon. Thank you so much for your time today.